We here at the AARPG podcast apologize for what you're about to see or hear. It's horrifying. They're horrifying. Except Malcolm. We brought him on to try to class up the joint, but now I think he has regrets. Many regrets. Please stay. We won't be any better behaved, but at least it'll be funny. Follow, like, and review us at whatever dark corner of the net you found us. Open up your ear holes and get ready to receive Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws Part 2, Baking the Law. The Mithril Maidens are back together along with their new tour manager, about to take on their deadliest gig yet, a baking competition. It's like the Great British Bake Off, but with magic swords, magic missiles, and magic mushrooms. Now on with the show.
I'm Matt. I'm your co-host and GM for episode 1 of our newest actual play podcast storyline, Baking the Law, a follow-on to the Endless Harvest and part of the Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws story arc. Characters in this story aren't your typical heroes. Instead, picture your favorite 80s heavy metal band with all their flamboyant personalities, bad habits, thrust into the world of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition as they try to land their next gig, their next score, and more groupies, all the time trying to not get killed. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Right. Please subscribe, like, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Please drop a review on Apple, Google, or anywhere else that you'd like to leave us a write-up if you like what you hear. It really helps us reach more people, and so we really appreciate it. Also, feel free to reach out with us with questions, comments. We like engaging with folks. You can also, if you'd like to read more about our cast, or if you'd like to, you can go to our website and check that out. And if you want to watch these episodes, you can check us out on YouTube as well.
Hey, what's that link for the website?
It'll be in the show notes. So before we jump into the character thing, so I wanted to cover a few notes for this week. So big note for this week is we'd like to all welcome back to the cast Malcolm.
Yay, Malcolm!
Malcolm,
Thank you.
Malcolm played Chaplain, the synthetic, in the first few episodes of our Aliens Destroyer of Worlds. And then real life got in the way. And so we kind of roped him back in at Geek Weekend. So we are excited to have him back. I guess the other thing is, so I just want to run through these. Does anybody have any announcements they want to do this week? Any projects, anything like that?
I'm just glad we'll have Malcolm to override Sean now and again.
Oh, you overestimate my power, but thank you.
Wait, is Sean buffering?
That's does anybody else have something they want to chat?
I just want to announce that I made all my sex saving throws all through high school.
What the fuck does that even mean?
He didn't have it once.
I have a quick announcement. So I have an Instagram account, which I realize I'm underutilizing. So if you guys go to, I think it's anthony.cupo on Instagram, I'm going to start posting a bunch of really silly short films that me and my buddies have been making. And so they're totally non-PC, but sometimes funny. So check it out on my Instagram account. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll send that to you, Matt, and we could put the link in the show notes.
Yep,
and on Twitter.
And since his buddies aren't us, they're clearly
potato ambassador.
They're the same people that we were rolling against having. Who were we rolling against, Nathan?
Having sex?
Yeah, those are the same girlfriends I had.
Yeah, and this Instagram account is approved by the Potato Ambassador, so you should get a little mark.
Yeah, a little mark for Potato Ambassador, number one fan.
Also, I just and we can cut this if you're not comfortable with it, but I just wanted to say for my condolences to our cats, to Sean. Sean's dog Max passed away, and I just think that it's. Having dogs pass away, they're a part of the family, and so here's to Sean. Again, later if you tell us cut this out, we will. But we just went to Max.
Thank you.
Max was the best dog to shit in Sean's office.
That's right.
Yes, he
Out of
was.
all the dogs that we have tried to get shit in Jones' office.
Of all the dogs in this crazy world, you had to shit in my office.
He actually just didn't shit. He had a bag. He just dropped the shit in and gave me the finger. He's like, fuck off.
He would
I'll
never
give me a
actually lower
cheeseburger.
himself to shit himself there.
Give me a cheeseburger. You
Should
fuck.
never let Kubo sit him that one.
Hey, this is Nathan hitting pause here for a second. While all of this is heartfelt, touching, and relatable, we've all had pets and spouses poop on our floor before. But this isn't why you're here, so I'm going to take this moment to skip ahead to Malcolm in the middle of a sentence.
We only have one maiden, but that's fine. We'll make it work. I don't care.
Details. Hush.
We'll just tell them we're tracking maiden.
Two more of our characters are extremely gender fluid. So
Okay, so who's Hilgrim?
Holgrim?
It's Hulgrim. Hulgrim of the Lost Shire.
So
He's got Newman
Hulgrim.
out.
Yeah, we'll go
Yes.
around and
Dwarf right
introduce
here.
everybody.
So you're a dwarf. Got it.
When you need, no, fuck you. I'm not a dwarf, man.
I'm getting pissed already.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't really write down many notes. I was like, I won the card game.
He's an angry halfling. He's an angry halfling.
Yeah, dwarf. Got it. Half.
Okay. I see how this relationship's gonna go. You're moving above groomish into order now. Don't do fucking stupid.
And
fucking
let's see. I don't have any. Okay, I think I have Rain. That's a cute name. We can sell that.
right, it's a band name.
Do you?
Stage
That's not a
name.
band name. The band is not named Rain.
Well, my solo albums, Tears of Rain, it didn't work out so well. We came back.
Wait, you sold that? That's what? Summer Rain, or were you like Sad Rain, or were you Muddy Rain? Which Rain? None of those were you.
That's funny.
Look, don't worry.
Metal Rain.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that we. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was more like the drizzle.
Yeah. The worst part is, of course, I did manage a interpretive drumming troupe named Thrump that tried to do that as a... Anyway, they did one of your songs that didn't run well.
Thrump.
Hey, so why don't we use this time to talk about the loot that we got from the last adventure?
Yeah, all the loot we got.
I think it might have been just experience.
They paid you the rest of the money they offered you, and
Are you serious? Who's your manager?
You totally could have done some shit with this. Like, here's your loot. We each got a loot. Like, literally got a loot.
Yeah. Don't forget, we own the Abbey now.
Yeah,
That's
Abbey
true. We
is
do own
ours.
that Abbey.
Wait,
We own
you
that
own
Abbey.
an Abbey?
they do not own an abbey.
No,
Fuck
we
yeah, we
totally
own
own
that
the Abbey. That shit's fucking ours.
Who's gonna kick us out of it, huh? Who's gonna kick it? There's these villagers, these scrawny villagers. You're lucky, fucking somebody's gonna eat them.
Yeah.
I
so
mean-
for the whole 3
So
days.
he's not a dwarf.
Yeah. With 3 days, we occupied that abbey. It was a great thing. Then a mysterious fire started. I'm not really sure how. Back into the tour bus.
We were
And-
Call
playing
me
a
crazy,
show.
but I mean, I'm just seeing a lot of... Yeah, I've only recently became into the managerial position of your particular fantastic. I'm sure you're a wonderful group. You do some great work. This just seems to be a let's just say you light a fire under every place you go.
And on top of.
We always open for White Kitty. Whenever that happens, they fucking shit goes down. That's
Lads, I forget. Were we all really fucked up when we hired a manager? I think we were.
Wait, you had a manager before?
Well,
No, we
I'm
did,
putting you in a card game.
Gromish ate that one.
Wait a minute. What happened to our money? Wait a minute. Rain had our funds. Where's our funds, Rain?
That's right.
Right, lads.
Listen, where's our funds, man?
Right in the town that we left him. Remember?
No. Where is our money?
In the bank.
So it's going to be in the bank, right?
That's what they
Yeah,
say.
Know where the
British-
bank is.
Yeah, I know where the bank is. It's in the town.
I have a vague recollection of which bank we went to.
Motherfucker, did you fucking spend our money on fucking drugs and pussy again?
Well,
fucking
Who's
little
gonna buy the cat?
money.
I did know a girl who had 47 wolves, and that was kind of
You
weird.
son
but
of
she
a
was
bitch.
druid.
Right, we all like to party, mate. It's how it goes.
We don't all. It's not all. I mean, Echo, were you at the party where you spent all our money? Was Echo there?
I don't remember any party.
Fucking Echo always remembers the
He was
party.
fucking drugs, mate.
Yeah, you were under the pile of bodies.
No, he
That
was
you at
not.
the bottom.
He was
That's
not.
it.
No.
55
fuck
gallon
you,
drums
you
of
little
lube
fucking
don't come
goddamn
cheap.
wasp.
So,
Echoes of Banter was working on his new solo acoustic children's album at the direction of Ono Yoko.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Okay, all right. New
The album
rule.
titled Glass Body.
If the groupies cling for more than 3 stops, that's a problem. So I've made up a few things about your universe, so I'm happy about that. That's good. Okay. All right, that's good. You said I can do anything I want. Great.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick. So the quick background is that you're in something called the Western Kingdom, which is basically a lawful neutral, right? So mostly lawful neutral, and so very bureaucratic. And then now it's almost been a year, but when the game first started, about 6 months ago, in the southern city of Portwall, a massive portal opened up to a realm of chaos, and a whole bunch of like demons and stuff like that started pouring out. And then eventually the city was overtaken, and it's become sort of a beachhead. Think almost like Warhammer 40K, or not 40K, but like Warhammer. Like there's like chaos is sort of spreading.
No, I don't know that game. What happens in that game? Is it missionaries?
Right. So there's all kinds of like weird, like the veil between, this world, this land of like law and like the chaos realm is thin. And so like creatures are coming through, strange events and stuff like that. And a lot of the refugees have been coming to the capital. So it's sort of the world. And then like they were in the capital city at the start of the last one. So,
which, going by nomenclature, is probably named Capital City.
Right.
I was like, what is it
very
called?
Formative.
I was like,
capital.
Western Kingdom is different from the Eastern Kingdom, and we're in the capital city of capital.
That's right.
I'm like, okay. Just one
Because
thing
the city-
It's K. So
The southern city, Portwall, was called that because it has the giant wall along the coast for the
And
port.
it's a port.
And
it's
now
for
it's
the
the
portal.
port, right?
Wall portal.
The main street from that city is Main Street.
Street.
Yes, so they're very,
I was
very,
born on Avenue.
So, yeah, I guess I'll have a few more names to add. Good to know. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I worked at bar.
And just as a
No,
for
not
your
that
guy.
one, the other one.
So basically, at the end of the first story, they sort of did a montage of like what happened next, and it was like some of them went like solo, tried to do a solo tour. Nathan's character hooked up with this Ono Yoko, basically like a mind flayer that like kind of took him, wanted to take the band in a different direction. So they've all kind of montaged sort of like their way through the winter, and now they're kind of, all of their plans have sort of gone astray, and they're back together, pretty much broke, need drugs. So we find our intrepid, I won't use it anymore, our intrepid band of bandmates and adventurers in the early spring. It has been a harsh winter. Your actions at the Abbey did at least help there not being widespread famine and death throughout the kingdom over the winter, but it was a harsh winter, trying to accommodate the refugees and the regular population. But eventually, as all things pass, as your different montage solo outings, spring returns, finding you all on the D stage at the bottom of a tall, grassy hill on the edge of the Rock into Spring Festival, north of the city. This is not the primary stage, the secondary stage, or the tertiary stage. It is the D stage. And you are at the bottom of this hill. At the top of the hill is a great row of privies. And they have long since overflown their capacity. And there is a general rivulets of wafting urine rolling down the hill, kind of flowing amongst the few passed out and inebriated and drug-induced people sitting in front of the stage.
Well, that explains where Gromarsh is.
You play out sort of to this sort of bleak audience. Eventually you see a small group of elves kind of walking by, and one of them points. And they go, "Oh, look over there! It's the Mithril Maidens." And they kind of smile and look, and then one of them's like, "You fucking suck!" And they just keep
Oi, where's your
walking.
big friend? Save your fucking ass last winter, you bastard!
I go into a rage and I reap out and kill him.
Cut off the shit here.
Come up here,
Enter
sir. Come up here
to
and
the
say that, you
side
little bitch.
stage is a new face, The band decided after their breakup and their tribulations that they needed to get some direction and get back onto the road. So they hired themselves a manager. So we're going to go around and introduce our characters. Why don't we start with our newest adventurer? Malcolm, go ahead and let us know who you're playing.
Oh, right. Orin Killroy. I won this managerial position the most distinguished way. I guess I call it a card fight. Starts off as a card game, it goes sideways, you end up with a fight. Anyway, I lost, so here I am. And apparently this is Mithril Maidens that I've gotten it. I mean, I'm a part of the Thespian Managerial Association, and this is what I got on the list. D-list management. I mean, you guys are fantastic.
You fucking wagered us.
I think I was your last manager, though I'm now not sure he was actually your manager. I think he might have just been some, dodgy guy from
Gromars, wasn't
Anyway, I hail from, a very rich and wealthy kingdom. Well, I guess it's not really a kingdom, it's more like a sort of a county, but we do well there. And apparently I'm down on my luck, and I'm here now. So I will do my best to to get you where you need to go, and to have the great success that has always been destined for all of you. And
You're trying too hard. You really are. You just we get it. We get it. You lost and you're stuck with us. We get it.
Right, you gotta speak up a bit. We can't hear you over the noise of the privies.
I know. There's a lot of shitting going on up the hill, and it's loud. The flatulence is very loud.
That's why we arrange the bodies that are lying there, so it reverts most of the solid
Very
stuff.
fibrous diets here in the Western Kingdom.
Well, apparently someone only saved, the wheat products from famine. Anyway.
You mean Weebelix?
I still feel that's great, we all love fiber. All the time. Always. So, who are you people? Oh, wait, you're my band. I mean, who are you individually? Not you, Rain. I listened to your album. Got plenty of that. We won't sing or play an instrument or anything. I mean, I heard about the dulcimer guy, but he's dead, so go on.
All right, behind the curtain, what's your race and class that you're playing?
I am a half-elf cleric of the Twilight Domain.
Awesome.
I serve
You sparkle?
the goddess of night, Nyx. Stevie Nyx, but what does it matter? We go. Stand back, stand back. And it happens to be a very important prayer, and it's very useful. Believe me, it saved me from the undead thousands of times.
That's great. All right, well, why don't we mention Rain? We'll just jump right over to Nathan.
That's awesome.
Oh, shit.
I thought that was a purposeful segment.
I didn't mention we're all switching characters.
I thought you meant to do that. Oh my god.
No.
Oh, God. It was like, wow.
Oh, shit. All right, yeah, I'll go.
Pretty AA.
Echoes of banter, because that's all I hear in my head every day for the past 6 months. But anyway, Echoes of Banter. I'm the lead bagpipist or bagpiper. Or
We have a second bagpiper.
bagpipey.
No, he hasn't passed the bagpiping role yet either.
I have yet to make a successful performance.
Conveniently, neither do any other bagpipers. So.
But in my defense, bagpipes are really fucking hard to play.
Also, there's very little difference between bad bagpiping and good bagpiping.
Nobody knows. It's metal anyway.
Yeah, pretty much in the East, it's a Western Kingdom interpretation of bagpipe playing, and vice versa. We got this. What are you? Are you another dwarf?
No. I'm an Eladrin. So basically, I'm a super fancy elf. Who's super cool all the time.
What season are you?
I am right now. I'm summer.
Sure you are.
Yeah, but
kind of fall to me.
Unfortunately, I had to
shave your head.
Break it off with Ona Yoko. We were making love as we do, and I said, baby, I want a few tickles. It's like, how many tickles do you want? I want tentacles. And then she left me. So,
Oh my gosh.
But
Okay.
I am.
You guys
so
completely
not-
talked over the worst.
No, that was intentional. That's,
And we're gone. And
but
we're
I
gone.
told them, so it's okay.
No,
My choice
yeah.
will
You know.
live on.
Yes.
It's just, that was, yes, we tried. We
Yeah,
tried.
just blow into the bag. And
This
your
is like
bag
pretty
too.
disturbing.
All right.
All right, Sean.
I'm still in shock over the tentacles. I don't know if I can go on. Pilgrim of the Lost Shire, lead lutist.
They're not lost. They're just hiding from you. I'm just saying.
My people were murdered, you fucking idiot. Just shut the
really?
fuck. Yeah, they were, man. They were murdered.
I'm just-
You know what? You're starting to get up there, man. You're starting to climb my list. You're almost at Groomish level. Just keep going there, pal. All right. All right. I'm the lead lutist, and I play good. And you know, I'm glad Oko Photo or whatever the fuck her name is gone. She was just annoying, man.
We have a lot of leads. Do we have follows? Is there a follow ludist or a follow bagpipe?
Oh yeah.
well,
Actually,
Rain is the bass lutist.
yeah.
It's always very different with each band. I mean, Elite
Yeah.
Street Performers, we had a completely
already
different
heard
way
from
of
Rain,
doing
though.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already heard from Rain.
Yes. What about you there?
Wait a minute. I think Rain's parlaying in the corner.
That's right. Well, why don't we jump over to Rain, to Tyr, who can
Okay,
tell us
Groomish,
about
go.
Rain.
Right. I'm Tyr. I'm playing Rain Northshine, bass lutist for the Mithril Maidens. And I am playing a fighter, rogue, arcane archer archetype.
Jeez. And you're what?
6 inches tall.
The wings might give it away, the wings. And
Oh,
The
bat
long,
wings?
glowing flocks of hair.
He's a raver.
Is that bat wings or like dragonfly wings or like cockroach wings?
Right, the fairy wings and the dragonflies
Cockroach, got it.
totally ripped it off our people. It's still in core. We don't like it. It's not very happening.
There's a big war about it.
Yeah,
Very
it was-
upset.
Faye.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, that's great. You seem to be
Right.
stabby pokey.
Oh, also,
I see.
for anybody who's like, Rain appears to be about 7 inches tall.
More like 6.5.
He's like, yeah.
Right,
He's,
but we got those fancy new boots for the like and when we did the makeup tour. It was amazing.
we'll jump up to Chris. Chris, tell us about Zulja.
I'm Zulja. I am the drummer of Mithril Maidens, a female half-orc bard. So the one with the only one with actual performance ability, I think.
No. Pilgrim does well.
Grobosh.
Yep. And this will bring us to our front man and lead singer of Mithril Maidens. Tony, tell us about Gromarsh.
Well, I'd like to tell you, first of all, I want to thank the Academy for giving me this award. I do find it very odd. I'm not too sure what I'm supposed to do with it, but
Oh shit.
my name is Gromash, and I sing in this band that you now are listening to. And I have to say, life is good. We've conquered death, like, several times, and we are still living to tell the tale. And now we got a new, experienced team member. What's your name?
I'm your manager, Orin. It's fine.
Orin.
Just carry on. I'm not going to be on this.
Aren't you glad you joined us? Yeah, I just made that up. I don't do the lyrics, but I do sing them.
Thank you for the tambourine, but I don't think. Fine.
And so I am happy to be with my group. We're going to vanquish. No, we don't do that. We're going to sing to the masses and make them rock.
I'm just glad that the vibrating thingy wasn't Rain this time.
Yeah, usually
I'll
it is.
give you more of that.
Right, lads. Never fails to please. Was all I'm going to say.
Why does my nose hair trimmer always smell like ass? What's going on?
Thanks for the share.
And now we know
All right.
why Rain likes the cocaine.
Flies really fast. Really fast.
All right. So after a rather disappointing set, you guys find yourselves over a drink in your tent out behind the where the other musicians are, and you're sort of grumbling. It's sort of, you've got another day or more of this to go, and you hear a little tap, tap, tap at the flap of your tent.
Is it like a rain tiny tap or like someone being polite tap?
Like a soft, uncomfortable, soft handshake tap.
Last time I got an uncomfortable handshake, it was in London town. I'll tell you, it was very odd.
It's for you.
I guess I'll go check out what's behind the flap. And this time, it better not poke me in the eye.
You, Orin, you go over to the flap of the tent and you pull it back, and you see standing in front of you. Can you guys all see this?
Yep.
Oh, you said David Lee Roth, but spelled with a W.
Crap. I literally just say that. I just go crap.
You see a half elf with long dark hair, sort of.
He's emo.
Sort of fancy
He's totally
clothes. Yeah, very, very emo. It looks like he wandered down from the rave tent.
Oh, God,
So,
fucker.
did my brother Ambrose send you?
Well, you hear in a mix of broken Elvish and common.
Just speak
That's how I
common.
like my elves broken.
Just speak common. You kind of, yeah.
But you hear, hello, I am looking for the Mithril Maidens. Is this their tent?
Why exactly would you be looking for the Mithril Maidens? Is there a job you'd like us to do? Like something to sing? Something that's, comes with a price?
Oh, is he squishy?
Don't-
I love him when they're squishy.
No, he's clean.
You hear, yes, in matter of fact, they have done some work for me in the past, and we have another offer for them.
Oh, God, this guy again.
Oh,
He's the
the
one
guy
that
from
fucking...
Twisted Sisterin.
Oh, yeah. Twisted Sister,
And,
this guy.
I just want to,
and that
just so you
fucker.
know,
They want to bloody hire us again?
Yeah, we didn't get shit from them last
settle
time.
down, girls.
All the
right.
money disappeared. Something Rain lost it or something.
It's Fel.
And who might you
Now
be?
it fell. I'm the manager. My name's Orin Killroy. And who might you be? That's your chance to say something nice to me that makes me impressed by who the hell you are.
You hear, my name is Fell and Through. I'm representative of Fizbin from the Royal Library.
Oh, oi, we got double
Well,
the take
fell
from them
through.
last time.
Now,
Well,
Malcolm,
Fell
at
and
this
Through,
point, Malcolm, you should make a perception check.
I was going to make an insight roll to see if this guy was a effing liar, but I don't know how to do that stuff. God, that's depressing.
So what'd you get?
15.
Oh, okay, 15. All right, so as this is all transpiring and he tells you his name and everything, you realize his lips have not moved.
He's a fucking mime.
Kill him!
Yeah, I'm kind of with that kind of mood, but I'm like, so he says all that, but his lips do not move.
Nope.
All right.
But his bloody eyes are talking to me.
That's right. His very expression, deep, soulful eyes are softly
Are they
gazing over
blinking?
you.
Do they
Not a
program
lot.
blinking into the sim or
Not a lot of blinking.
Okay. I'm going to say, look here, Feldor of the library. You seem a little fake to me. I think you need to step back outside the tent into that puddle of urine for a second while I talk to the boys.
He
And the
will gingerly step around the puddle of urine, trying to keep the frilled edges of his long sort of open cape free from the muck as best he can.
Oi,
I'll turn around,
Killroy,
turn
you
around.
getting a bad feeling about fellatio over here?
I'm just saying I'm not getting the best feeling from him. I mean, his lips aren't moving, which means he's probably lying. Or was it the other way around?
What?
Some move.
What do you mean?
Anyway.
You say
right.
moving?
I remember him. That's Echo's boy.
Last time we got double the money from him, and he gave us the great buffet.
Yeah, but we never got the money.
Ooh, there's a buffet? Oh, hold on. Open the tent. All right, what's the job? There's a buffet,
He sent us
right?
into a
We got
death
the money,
trap, guys.
But Rain got a bit spendy.
Do you
with it.
remember we almost all died several times?
Was there a
You
buffet,
died.
though?
You died several times. None of us died.
Yeah, you died enough for all of us.
But if we spread that out to the whole group, we all
But
almost
you
died.
want them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You want them to do
As
the
an
job.
average.
No,
As an average,
no.
yes. You nearly killed the band several
I don't
times
agree with spreading it out to the group.
Right. Anyway,
If I died, you all would have died
Echoes,
too.
go and
What do
make
we-
the thing with this guy.
Do you
get a
know
little bit
this
more of
guy?
that hard gold.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
we had a chat and over a beer and
Hey, Felice,
Sex him up,
Philander.
Echoes.
Philanderer? That's my father's name, actually. It's not right. I'm sorry. Anyway, Fel, please come back in. And you're talking about a library job. So we're picking up books and moving them where?
You hear, well, this job's not a library job. This one's
And
a
I'm
little
looking
different.
right at his mouth going, that's so fucking weird. Go on. Don't mind me. I'm just...
I start poking at his mouth while he talks.
Don't do it. I can't see it if you're poking it. Go on.
He looks around at the group. He says, kind of lifts his hand, and you all hear in common, hello, good to see you again.
I just keep poking his mouth until he makes that little blah, blah, blah noise.
He kind of steps back. He's like, you hear an orcish. What's wrong?
I just keep poking until I actually hear the blah, blah, blah noise.
Your lips aren't moving at all.
Give her the noise.
Right,
Just
we had a
give her the noise.
problem with a hanger
Don't worry, I have a
on
ring of
who's
prestidigitation.
she
We'll
had
be
these
clean in no
things and she
time.
spoke in our minds for quite a bit.
You can't work at a
we
band
didn't
with
enjoy
no
it.
roadies and not having one of these things.
Stop talking about Echoes' ex that way.
Yeah,
Stop
right.
Finally.
Yeah, Gromarsh got really mad. Really mad.
hey, you guys have nothing to worry from her. You guys have zero to worry from her.
I think
Like,
she's out in the crowd
Right.
looking at you.
she likes healthy brains. So
What were you dating?
You what now?
what?
All right,
Sorry,
Phil. What's the job? Suzu, get your finger out of his mouth. He's not sucking yet. And that's
Jesus
extra. I pointed
Christ.
him. If you want some of that band action.
I see why you're our manager now. You really suck at this.
God, does this dwarf ever stop? All right.
No, he doesn't.
All right.
All right, so you all hear in common. So Fel sort of sits down in one of the chairs and he says, Fizbin and our employers are in great need of an item to help us in our war against chaos. As you know, the creatures have pushed farther from the south. There's been more monster sightings, more incursions, and we were very lucky this winter to not have a complete and utter disaster.
Did you hear Rain's album? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, that's actually pretty true.
He says, I had heard that some of you had gone on to some solo endeavors. I have to say, the direction, Echo, that you took was soul-reaching and touched me on a personal level that I didn't think that was capable. But I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody.
Huh.
In the north, there is a city called Abscondia. It is a noble kingdom, and they, within their vaults, their high priest has a relic of law called the Uptight. And
The Uptight, Jesus
we
Christ.
think that we can use this device
I'm just
to
looking
help
at Ghost.
drive back
I don't get this.
to drive back the chaos.
Let me
What's
get
this
this
town
straight.
called again?
So they
Abscondia.
abscondia with
Abscondia.
your relic.
Which is uptight. This sounds like a fucking a free folk concert where they all get together and chant fucking
No,
at
no,
stones.
no, no.
Okay, I just don't
Just
like
going to
this at all.
Abscondia. We're going to get an item to tighten up the porthole, right?
Yes.
That's
we
how
have
I
to-
did it.
The idea is that, yes, if we can get the Uptight, we might be able to close the chaos portal.
So
Or at
the
least
portal's
make
too
it, or at least
loose.
just make it a little
Yes.
tight, a little harder to get through.
I do hear it's nightmarishly elastic.
It's well. The problem is that it's been gaping, and the demons just keep coming through, and we have to.
They keep coming? So you're saying they keep coming? Okay. That's not good.
I just look at echoes again.
Normally, we would just ask, and we have asked, but there's
should
some
always ask.
political friction. As we're a very lawful nation,
You want to lube the friction, is what I'm hearing.
Wait, that doesn't mean the other band viscosity light, is it?
Have you tried stroking their egos? That sometimes helps
Did
with
you
the
spit
friction.
on it?
All right.
Right. Sometimes you take a finger in the bum too. It helps.
Listen, you fuckers! If you want to protect yourself against chaos, you need the cone of silence!
No, I think we need the upright. Anyway, so
they've denied. They won't help us because they think that our wicked ways have encouraged chaos. So, just so you know, that Abscondia is a lawful good city.
Oh, shit.
those are...
I mean, I'm not really big on the lawful stuff. I mean, good things not so bad.
I mean, don't we have another gig somewhere?
Good is relative.
I'm all
I just want to
about
make
it
it
now.
known. Good is relative. It's not a subjective measure by any means.
Oh, okay, if you say so. I mean, we can
I
go.
remember we
And
used
then,
to
I mean,
speak in our alignment tongues, but that was a long time ago.
Are
Anyway,
there any underground clubs there that we could?
usually the most uptight places got the most raddest clubs. You're right, Echoes.
are you seriously? We're going literally to the Christian rock city, and you're going to say this? Freaking fantastic.
Listen, we could throw some stone tablets at them. You know, like Kriper. You know, they throw Bibles out.
What if he went undercover?
So he does say we have a cover to get you to the city and to potentially get access to this relic, which is supposedly stored on the high priest's personal yacht.
This is a lot. What? What type of fuck? Listen, everything's
love
supposed.
Sounds like in every church I know.
What's a yacht?
What's our cover?
So he pulls, as you ask him that, he pulls out like a kind of a fancy sort of like scroll, and he sets it on the table in front of you guys. He says, "We're going to partake in a contest.
Is it a battle of the bands?
It's a real contest. So
It's a battle of the bands, then.
Not exactly." And he,
What, you mean like a pie eating contest?
he kind of pushes it in front of your manager. Just kind of puts it in
What
front of
the-
you.
Well,
Oh,
read
God.
it. Come on. Don't. If you give it to Echoes, it'll get real messy.
Fine. Here we go.
All right. You open it up and you see across the top in very fancy and ornate filigree that says, "Welcome, contestants, to Baking the Law, your real adventure baking contest."
What? What the
Drugs?
fuck?
Is it drugs?
We've been baked as a group quite a lot. Does that count? towards
I do
experience?
take part of the herb.
Are they
yes.
providing the materials with which we can get baked?
No, there appears to be something about retrieving things. Something about gathering ingredients or something. Hold on. Managerial cut.
Right, mine was from my glaucoma.
Fizbin.
And there is a picture of like a glowing
Little
cupcake with like a little sunshine over it. And the
Edibles.
paper kind of
It's edibles,
sparkles.
Mike.
Oh my God! It's like a magic cupcake. I bet you it sends you to another plane.
Now, Malcolm, because you're in
sounds nice.
you're in the industry, you've heard of this.
They never rate there.
This is in the north. Is a very popular show. It's broadcast through the Scry Network and on the Ocho. It's Scry Network 8, and it is contestants. It's a baking competition, but the twist is always they have to have some sort of special ingredient that is often dangerous to acquire. Things like bugbear snout or owl bear tail or something like that.
Airfleet.
So, yeah, so it's a sort of they have challenges.
They have to get, and they have to get the ingredient. If I remember, there was this one team, and they went for Manticore, and God, did that go terribly wrong? There was like nobody. Oh God.
Of any poppy fields between here and there?
No.
You know they stop.
Yes. So there are right. Not all teams finish the show. However, you see at the bottom for first place is 20,000 gold pieces and an all-expense trip for 3 days on the High Priest's yacht during the Before Law Festival.
So that means we all get. It's a hedonist festival. It's set up
Was it
before they all walk.
confessionals on the boat?
No, it's pretty much Ross
What's the
Springer on a
house?
boat.
Right.
There's houses. At least that's the rumor.
That's not the worst thing.
So we've
There's a
got
lot
to
of
win this
zeros there.
contest, folks, and win the 10,000 gold and get you on that boat.
Right, but since the city is lawful good, where do we find the dealers for the special ingredients? Have you got connections, Rain?
Bring that with us. I do and I don't.
There's always going to be a CD side to every single golden.
How do we
golden
find out what the special
shower?
ingredient is?
We pick it,
They
right?
announce it. Like, they don't tell
Wait,
you before,
I know,
and you
but-
arrive there, it's
but
like, oh,
Why
bring
should
us
we
back
play
5
fair? We
gallons
should
of black
find
pudding.
out ahead of time.
Right.
Our special ingredients.
Fancy lad who talks in our minds.
We'll need to get to town first.
You're hiring us to go to a baking contest. None of us know how to bake.
Oh,
we know how to kill things. We can fake baking.
You know
That's
that,
a
right?
presentation.
You expect us to.
Wait.
How do you expect us to win?
Gromosh has been out for weeks.
I will raise my one ring and say, with this ring, we'll win. As long as I eat it within like 5 minutes. Once the spell wears off, it's all we're just tits up.
So Fel sort of nods and says, I'll be there to assist you,
Excellent.
as will a legion of other helpers.
Bakers,
Yes.
Oh, right.
fantastic.
Oh.
So we just kill
Why
it
do they want to help us?
because they want us to get on the boat and have some of that banquet that's due to you after you collect your 10,000 gold.
I think
for
we have to
winning
kill
the
the High
contest.
Priest.
Quickly, roll up the contract so they can, I don't know if they can read yet, so I'm not sure. Oh, the 10,000 gold.
I thought he said 20. Oh.
No, you translate. That's only in northern gold. It's different.
and we
down
get to
here.
keep the yacht, right?
Exchange rates and all that. It comes to like 10.
After we kill the High Priest, we get to keep the yacht, right?
There's a little
no.
tap on your shoulder. Right, mate. I've been stealing from these lads for a long time. I know how to. Yeah, it's fine.
Note to self: Faye can read.
So when you mentioned like killing the High Priest, Fel sort of like puts his hands like, and you hear in your head, no. We want you to win the contest, get on the ship, find the relic, find the uptight, and get it out of there.
To get it out of there, we would take the ship. And to take the ship, we have to kill the High Priest. It's all very good. I don't see what the problem is.
Who says the high priest is going
We
to be
don't
on
want to
board?
start a war.
Oh, make it look like an accident. Gotcha.
Yes,
Good job.
of course.
Good thinking.
People fall off boats all the time.
It's a bit of waves. You know, they get a bit rocking back and
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah, this will be fine.
Well, things do happen. Hopefully that won't happen. We hope, wink, wink, that he won't fall off the boat and we get a yacht out of it. A tour yacht. But we don't know that could happen. That could never happen, maybe.
Right.
This cannot burn down like the Abbey.
It's surrounded by water.
It's surrounded by water. What could possibly burn down?
I mean, everything we get, it gets burned down. I'm just saying, Grumesh,
It would be pretty fucking metal if we burned some water. Right?
What the heck
We
burns?
don't talk about that.
Wait, we did.
Oh shit! The stage is on fire, guys. The stage is on fire. We gotta get off the stage. No,
Somebody
it's
open
on
the
fire.
piss-
The stage is right now burning.
Hey, dwarf, open the piss dam. Move that drunk, and all that piss that he's vlogging will just slosh right through. It's a plan. This is why I'm your manager. I'm here to help.
I whispered to Hilgrim, what does elf face taste like?
I don't know. I don't eat it, but
It's like the veal of hominids.
Yeah. Right.
I wonder if it tastes as pretty as it looks.
it
I
might.
wouldn't
But
think so.
really,
I don't know what happens to the Ozzy Osbourne impersonation because it's gone now. I probably should get back to it. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Wait. You eat people?
no. Only when he's
No.
when he's coming down.
No,
Yeah. Right. It's
the faces. That's it.
just keep them high. Just keep them high the whole
Everybody
time. Just-
vigorously shakes their head except Zulja.
Zulja sort of has a problem. He has addiction now to ever since.
She,
This is the cheek of the last fucker.
she. And the only problem I had was the lack of pepper.
Right. Anyway, so how much are we getting up front? Is what I'm saying.
You're not getting fucking anything. You lost our money.
Right. I know exactly.
That's
what
why
the
we got a
money is.
manager
We didn't
now.
lose
Because you
it.
fucking lose all our money.
I never said I was a manager. I
No,
just
you
said I
took
knew
the
where
fucking
was.
money. You had a bad album. You didn't even bring anything back. I mean, you spent all of it.
Oh, he's got plenty of copies of that album. I mean, literally, we paid. That bed over there is made of album. So yeah, we're good.
Albums.
LPs.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Eating an album.
Fell stands up and he says, you hear, unfortunately this time we have no down payment except for this. He sets a small bag. It's a small, like, sort of coin purse on there. He goes, it should at least cover expenses for you to get food and supplies for the trip. You know, we believe that you can definitely pull this off. We saw how skilled you were in handling the Abbey. And so until we see each other again, I bid you all farewell.
You know, 45.
These things happen, you know.
It's made
Okay.
of wood.
Rock, that place was really old. It was very old.
Guys, it was a stone fortress. There's a piece of wood in it.
So he kind of goes to the tent flap and he opens it. As he opens the tent flap, a waft of smell of, like, burning stage and urine
Shit.
sort of drifts across
I
your
told you it was
nostrils.
burning.
And he kind of looks back in the direction of where you were playing last. He's like, huh. And he just kind of starts walking off.
Right. Are you
I got
gonna
my
meet
loot,
us
guys.
there?
I'm walking. I'll see y'all later. I'm out. And Ulgrim just starts quietly walking away.
You don't have anything on the stage, do we?
I got my loot.
No, I got my drum.
All right, then I'll step out, avoiding the puddle of urine, and going.
I roll stealth of 19 as I get the hell out of there, man. I'm like, fuck it, not again.
Well, I think our rest of our gig here is cancelled, so I think we best be making passage to Abscondia.
Gromarsh goes up to the puddle of urine, puts his hand in it, and,
Hey!
and goes like this. See? Was it me? Was it me?
At least he didn't lick it this time.
All right. All right. So you guys quickly pack the carriage and beat hoof out of
When you say
town.
carriage, I'm sort of imagining a really crappy gypsy wagon, but
It's
I'm
a
not
gypsy
sure.
wagon,
Yes.
but it's got a bullet head on the top of it.
Covered in old dried blood, and it's got a band logo on it.
Yes. And just so you know, this bullet head
has that
hasn't
head.
been preserved or taxidermied.
Yeah.
It's 6 months old bullet head. It stinks.
I'm gonna be in the manager's. Yeah, I'll just get on my horse. All right, go ahead, you super
right, so
talented.
And off you all ride in the cart to the north. So there is enough money in the bag to purchase either or reasonably supplies, food, water, or, as in the previous adventure, road snacks and drugs. They bought no food, no water.
It's road snacks and drugs.
It's drugs.
So
I'm already losing money on this one, am I? Aren't I?
50 gold
festival.
pieces in road snacks and drugs later.
Right, this is called a Slim Jim, folks.
Snap into a.
You do realize they're just made out of just rat tails.
I believe they're called
Anyway,
Slim
enjoy.
Jeffries in the Western
Yeah,
Kingdom.
Jeffries, yes.
Yes, Win Jeffries.
Uncultured fucks.
Yeah, they come from Brown Street. Don't
How
ask.
do you carry that? That's as tall as you.
See these paper bricks? They have stuff inside called ramen. It's delicious.
we get one meat pie for everyone, and the rest in drugs and booze. Let's go. All right.
All right. So as you travel to the north east, you see the signs of refugees begin to drop off. There are a few heading north, but you actually see more. You start actually seeing refugees heading back, sort of dejected, looking as you get further and further closer to the border with the sort of the realm of Abscondia. You actually see some people being, they look like they're going backwards, a little sad.
They're moonwalking? They're
It is
moonwalking?
right. They're
I'll
walking.
get my paperwork together and get ready to cross the border. Crap, you guys don't have papers, anything.
Well, they have papers.
I have papers. I got mine, man.
But as you reach the border, you see the sort of the road passes through a sort of brilliantly tiled white arch with sort of like these white towers and gold flags, and you see a series of like heavily armed knights and some kind of a little sea of clerks, all with little books and everything. And unlike the gray sort of drab people like Fizbin and all the, well, not Fizbin because he wears green, but all the scribes that you saw in the grand library with their dull gray and everything, they're wearing sort of like white with like gold inlay thread, and they're still very fastidious, and they're checking everybody. And you get to them and you show them your papers, your invitation, and they sort of give you the once over. You notice, some of the knights kind of give you the side eye a little bit long, and then they eventually let you pass.
I also present my TMA card.
Oh, yes. They will register
Managers
that.
Alliance card, and of course my card for the, as a member of the Seven Chambers of Velvet Delight Courtesans Union card and the North Bottleberry Brewers Guild, Not a man who doesn't know things, And I'll remind that I am an honorary daughter of the Twilight, though I may not be anyone's daughter in truth. In spirit, though, it's all in my heart.
Well, they will take all your information down and be like, have a gooder day.
What the
And you
fuck?
have a gooder day, too. May goodness shower upon you like golden rain.
What's with this fucking bloke's grammar?
He's
He's right. What the fuck is a Gouda? It's like a candy bar?
As you cross the border and into the lands of Abscondia, you can almost feel the goodness wash over you, and the sense of flowers and songbirds.
I feel sticky.
This nature is pretty nice.
Unfortunately, that's not going to wear off.
God, it feels like those people you see when you stay up partying too late and the sun comes out. Ugh.
It's okay. I mean, why are you wilting? Rain, you're just wilting. I mean, it's weird.
This is not my scene.
A few hours up the road, you guys have all taken different turns driving the cart and everything. And Zulja, let's see, Zulja, you're up there driving, and who else would like to be up there with Zulja?
I'll be up there with Zulja.
Rain. All right. So you guys have been going along, and you see traffic, and everyone you pass is always like, "Hello, have a gooder day," and they wave.
Fuck
and
you.
Then they kind of like
Have a good day.
But after a while, you hear what sounds like some sort of a horn, kind of a.
Sorry, that was me.
And Rain, you kind of hear it behind you. You look back, and you see what appears to be two heavy war horses with heavily armored knights. The horses dangling around their chest have like a small like glass jar filled with pulsing fairy fire lights of blue and red, and along the sides of the horses are these little cones, right? That they're sort of catching the air. The little caps have been flipped back, and as the air passes through them, they make sort of a.
Is it charging towards us?
Yeah,
pigs.
they're behind you.
I cast
Hide
minor
the stuff.
illusion, so we look like a completely different cart of normal people.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think that's going to work. It's only
Wait a minute,
5
I got a
feet,
question.
so it's not really going to
So wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. They're fucking. This is so much profiling.
The back of the
So-
cart doesn't have to be the whole thing.
Yeah, because unfortunately I'm just looking at these men as they ride up because I'm sitting on the back of this cart.
Who the fuck's are these guys?
So they
I should have been up front.
Everybody look Elvin.
so
What-
do you pull over?
I fucking point my ears.
Yeah, pull over. I'll talk to them.
Do you
I
get
think-
out? Do you get out of the cart?
Stay in the cart, man. I hate
No.
that.
It's
Never
a
get out of the
carriage.
cart.
It's a full right. It's a
No,
full
no,
carriage.
they got to tell me to get out of the cart.
All right.
If anything, I'll climb on the top roof, get around the gross bullet head, and go to the front of it.
Yeah.
I lean terrain and I say, I'll take care of Gromarsh. And I go in the back and I wrap my thighs around Gromarsh's head.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Meanwhile, Gromarsh can't help himself. Something special on my mind. Last I met a girl in the neighborhood.
Oh my God!
This is GM. I sent you a message in Roll20.
In roll 20.
Ooh, secret evil
my
stuff.
goodness, I have to.
Some things don't change.
Usually it's Nathan.
Okay. Nice. All right. So
I don't know how to do that. So that's
Zulza, you go to tell Rain that you're gonna go try to.
This is after.
Oh, okay. So is it just you outside?
Now it's just rain at the moment.
No, I went up front.
Oh yeah, he went up front.
All right, so you climb up and out, and as Zulja kind of trades places with you and climbs in, which is not suspicious at all, right, Sean? Like not switching
not at
drivers,
all.
not at all. Right?
They're getting everybody out of that cart right now. And they're probably going to pull their swords. What are you all doing?
And you climb up to the front, and you were swore that Rain was there earlier, but sitting on the little bench, the little sort of little worn leather, is this fat little cute baby with wings and like golden locks, kind of little rosy cheeks and a puckered lips, kind of staring
Fucking
at you.
cherub.
Kind of blinks these big eyes, blink, blink, blink.
It's like a fat little cartman with wings.
Oh, that's a baby on a goddamn
Testify.
Give me some pie.
Well,
And
it'd
then
be
you- and
suspicious
then you-
if I
and then you
toss
hear-
the baby off now in front of the ox cart. So
Listen, just be fucking cool, all right? Just be fucking cool.
These guys can see through minor illusion. We're so fucked.
So you're sitting there, and you hear the horses come to a halt after you do, and it is followed by a loud thump as one of the knights descends off of the horse and begins to walk towards the driver's side, the left
I just
side
start
of
running,
the carriage.
man. I just start running. I'm not going back.
We got a squirter! We got a squirter!
Sean, you just dreamed of the stay happy.
Oh, yes, I have.
You notice that
gonna go well.
as you kind of look over your shoulder, the knights are wearing polished silver plate to protect them as they're driving from the sun. Over their helmets, they have a black, shiny sort of visor that reflects back at you.
I can see the image of your face only. Your soulless eyes gazing at you, your soul.
And the
Cobra
one,
Commander.
you see his hand has sort of strayed to his side where a hand crossbow is at the side. He kind of walks up and says, "Good evening." He says, "Good day. Do you
good day.
have,
You have a gooder day.
Yes, a gooder day to you too.
A gooder day to you, and a greater day to
I don't
you.
know if you're aware of it, but there's a little shimmer in a little shake in one of your wheels. I wasn't sure if you were aware of that.
Well, we are supposed to be meeting at Cartwright as soon as we get to our place of lodging. I'm sure that you understand that if we stop now, we'll completely get lost because we only have the power of the ways laid before us. Once it disappears, that spell is gone, and then we'll be lost. And then we'll have to simply move around in parts of the city, though I'm sure it's all very good and gooder and goodest. Still wouldn't be the direction we need to goody go.
He kind of looks.
Persuasion.
You see yourself
That's well
unnervingly
done.
saying all this into his visor.
Oh, I say this to myself?
Yeah,
Oh, I
well,
stop
no,
for a
because
second.
the visor
I do-
is sort of like this.
I do stop for a
impassive,
second and
just-
go, and
I got something in
I'm
my
sorry.
teeth.
I have to check.
He kind of leans. He looks at you and he kind of leans around to the other side and goes, "Is that your son?"
Is he pointing? Is it me?
That's a
No, you're
cherub.
back.
He can't
the
see the rest of
cherub.
you guys.
Fuck, I
So
forgot.
the cherub flies up. It was like, blessings of the light upon you, brothers.
I just kind of like, all right. So basically, we're on this exchange program where basically
Hey, where'd that fat cherub come from?
as the houses of the sun and the houses of the stars, we currently have an exchange problem. As a priest of twilight and of the Nyx, he is a cherub of the sun of Helios and the god of light. It's one of those things. Suppose you're supposed to have the whole entire mixer
There's a
doing the
glow of
golden hour,
radiance
but, you know.
around the baby as soon as you say that.
Anyway, sorry about that. Technically, no. He's actually considered a fireball adult. It's very weird. So
He looks back at the cherub. He looks back at you. He looks at the cherub. Looks at the cart. He's like, "What are you doing on the King's Road?"
well, the King's Road is the road you take to win contest. Contest that you have been invited to. Contest that you have papers to travel on this road with, officer.
Do you show him the scroll?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of
He never
looks
said
and
he
goes,
was an officer.
He says, he's a knight. He says, "Oh, you're in the Bacon the Law contest."
Yes, you should see my scones.
And my
take the paper
sweet
back.
buns.
Yes, he does have amazing sweet buns. I will take away. Oh, I'll take the paper back. Yes, he does have amazing sweet
They're
buns.
glazed sweet buns, by the way.
Yes, and they are glazed, but they're raisins. We hate
My
them.
Gromars, sadly.
He says, "Well, I it's one of my favorite shows, Citizen." He goes, "I can't wait to see your glazed buns."
Oh, well, we welcome.
I can't wait to see your. Oh, wait, yes.
We
And
welcome
he says,
you.
"Well,
come and
have
see
a
us.
good day. Just
Good day
let
to
me
you,
know if you
sir."
see anything odd, strange, or subhuman." And he kind of
What the fuck
laughs.
did he just say?
Blessings of the light upon you.
I'm gonna smack his
Have a
fucking
Good
helmet off.
day.
Have a gooder
Fuck it.
day. And he kind of turns and
I go into a rage.
You're
fuck 'em.
number one.
so it's funny. So they will get on their horses and they will ride
Right
off.
on.
Right, Orin. Here, I'll fill up my diaper. You fling it at him. It'll be fine.
No, that's just. No, we'll get him later.
I want to cast vicious mockery at them.
Can I eat his face?
I tighten my
no.
thighs around your head.
Onward.
So you guys head onward. It's a few more hours, and eventually you can see the capital of Abscondia. It's huge, gleaming, towers of pearly white with golden flags shining in the summer or the spring. There are beautiful flowering trees just beginning to blossom, and the air is filled with the wonderful smells of cherry blossoms and apple blossoms and all kinds of blossoms. And there are happy, all kinds of blossoms.
I mean, the area's nice.
There are all kinds of happy people out running, doing their little errands, walking around, picking flowers, rolling around in grass. And they'll look up at the cart and they kind of give it a strange look, but they see Orin up there and they kind of smile and wave. A few of them sort of tuck their children away as they can see this
Back.
ratty cart roll by.
There's a fat cherub up there. What can they not laugh at?
The cherub flying around.
The little children love the cherub. You have a little collection of fat little children,
do I?
dressed in bright pink pastel colors, kind of running along.
That's really not good at all.
This got me in trouble once before.
We're gonna be in so much trouble.
Look, they always
Hey, back to
they
the-
always get a
back to the
child
front.
back.
No, back to the front. Good Lord.
You coward.
I'll see you.
You blind man.
I'll see you guys later.
No.
Hey, where are you going?
Find out where we're staying first, so you know where you're at.
Fine.
We can't
Don't
be doing the
spit the
changeling
bed.
thing
Remember
now.
what
You
happened
get
with
back.
Echoes?
All right, so eventually you actually see a sign on the thing. You have the big arrow that says to the Baking the Law Fairgrounds, and it kind of points you off to there. And you can see in the distance bright, colorful tents kind of set up on a huge grassy field. And you can see in the distance there's like carts lining up, there's like fancy carts lining up. Yours really looks like not as fancy.
So we have to sleep in a tent?
Your tent, probably.
Yes, you have to. You have to sleep in a tent.
Boy, why do you say it like that?
Well,
Well, you know-
because you own a tent, right? I mean, that's what
I
I s-
mean,
I don't want to take away from your creative power, so I'll abscond in Abscondia from where you guys are sleeping.
Oh, I think he's got a better place than we do.
Nope, unlikely. Nah, not likely at all.
I was kind of hoping for a feather bed, and maybe a privy.
Bunch of geese.
No down pillows for you.
Geese, eh?
No,
So
no,
unusual.
they don't have geese here. They have like big fat thing. What are those things?
Swans.
Swans.
Beautiful swans.
You know.
Okay.
Tuxedo goose. It's all
Yes.
good.
I'm starving. I want to eat the head of this one.
Anyway,
All right. So you guys roll along in this procession of carts, and eventually you are met sort of almost like a check-in place. They tell you to pull your cart off, and then a couple of these white and gold robed scribes all kind of hover around with little ledgers and notebooks, and they're like, "Please follow us. Have a gooder day. We want you to have the goodest experience you can with registering for your stay here for the competition."
can I ask you something, dear scribe?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of this word? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's called great.
Or best.
Oh,
Best is
yes,
good.
yes.
Have the best day.
Yes. Do you know, it
How
is
about
really,
best?
it is, I agree with you. It is great to have a gooder day.
Okay. I
What
need a
are
drink.
they on? And can we get
The
some?
cherub flies up to Orin's ear. Hurry up and register. There's not enough drugs to keep Growmarsh contained. Hurry.
I need a drink right now.
So they do take you to a table, and they will start, they'll want to look at the scroll to verify that it's correct. And you are met by, you hear, "Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you." And you turn around and you see
Oh God, I thought it was my ex-wife.
a halfling in the most outrageous, puffy collar and like puffy
What the-
clothing. And he comes sort of running up, it's hard. His legs don't really, because they're rubbing, because they're so puffy, his pants just kind of like
Slops. He's wearing slops.
What has happened to you?
and he comes up and goes, "Oh," and he bows a deep bow, and he says, "Let me introduce myself. I am Puffless Pufflefoot. I am here to help manage the teams and get them settled in." And he turns and looks at Holgrim. He's like, "Oh, Halfling brothers, so good to see you."
Yes, it is, my brother.
Wait, he's
what
a
tribe
halfling.
are you from? Yes.
I'm from the Pufflefoots.
No,
Can't
I
you
meant
see? And he shakes these like puffy shoes with little bells on them.
Do I have any knowledge of the Pufflefoots? I guess I'd have to roll. Nope.
Only
Alright,
there was only in stories told to the children late at night, when the fire was low, and
they were scary?
The wind was creaking, that the Pufflefoots would come and take you away.
So you guys are the ones from. Well, I'm Yulgrim from the Lost Shire, and you might have heard of the Lost Shire. Yes.
Where did it go?
It went up in a fire and everybody was killed.
They were all killed. They
Oh
were all
my,
murdered.
that's dreadful.
Yes,
But
I grew up on my own in the woods, and and I was told stories about your people at the fire at night
He
doing
said
bad
bad to those
things.
two. It's all right.
But
I'm just so
anyway,
happy to see you. We should totally talk halfling stuff later.
you sure? Yeah.
You should.
Echo, shut the fuck up, Echo. Don't start.
I bless this union.
Listen. Listen, you fuck. I know what you are. You're not a fucking cherub. Shut the fuck up.
There's as he flies by, there's a smell of a dirty diaper.
I just take a swipe and just passes
cinnamon.
through him. Oh, you
Cinnamon and dirty diaper.
God, that's a horrible smell. Pilgrim retches in his mouth. Almost throws up.
All right. I'll get them set up in their accommodations. Well, basically, you pitch a tent on this flat place, right?
Oh no, we have a tent
have
for
rooms.
you. You're a contestant.
fantastic.
You'll be at one of the contested tents.
Oh, cool.
See?
Let's go.
See?
We actually have food and stuff.
Oh
No,
yes,
you
yes.
just said a
There's snacks and
Hey,
wine.
wait a minute. Is there any fat elves? Like really fat elves? We just had a bad experience with a fat elf that wasn't an elf. I just want to make sure there's no fat elves here.
There were these ones that lived in a tree and liked to bake.
Oh, you know them. He dead looks right at Gromarsh. He goes, "Oh, you know them?"
Terrific fucking bakers, but my God, not hygienic at all.
Oh my
they're cooking
goodness.
in a tree.
It's dangerous, right? They're in the camp next to yours. That's amazing. I didn't know you knew them.
Quick,
Fantastic.
we gotta get the cookies. Come on.
I can hardly. Okay, let's just show it. Well, if you can show us the tent that they'll be in.
Yes. Come with me. And his little jingle, jingle, jingle. His little kind of body. Do you remember in A Christmas Story when they put him in?
Yes.
He's
That's
kind of
exactly
like
what I'm
that,
thinking.
but super fancy. He's a jingle, jingle,
This
his little
is like
puffy
this is
outfit.
embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for my people.
Yes, and he does lead you down sort of a little path. And the first set of tents you come across, you find that they're like black, purple, and there's like skulls and crossbones on them, and like little wards and symbols. And you see a sign on there for above it says the camp is for the Hex Pistols. And it's kind of very gothy and everything like that.
Damn, the
and
Hex Pistols are pretty
you go
rocking.
a little further down and you see what appears to be, and you do, the camp is like a tree. And there is a tree in the center of this one camp area, and there's small like tables and stuff set around it, and there's lights hanging from it. You see these 3 elves, and at first you're like, are they still alive? Like, they're old. Oh, they're so wrinkled and like just gray, like they're just ancient. And you see the little sign the entrance to their camps called them their team is known as the Feebler Elves.
That's not.
Thank you, Tony, for the setup. I appreciate it.
No copyright infringements at all. Totally good.
Not at all. And you see them, like one of them has kind of like one of them's got like a staff he's leaning on. The other one has sort of like a little walker, and the other one seems to be moving around on like this little chair, and it's like he's sitting in it, and underneath the chair you see like a goblin that's crawling around, and he just kind of like pushes this little stick that kind of tells the goblin which way to go on his little thing. So he's kind of like, and they're just, you've never seen elves that old. They're so old. And then you get down to your tent, which you see sort of a blue and white sort of tent. And there is, looks really nice. There is a sign in front of it. It says the Baker's Dozen, and it's scratched out. And it says Mithril Maidens on it.
I wonder what happened to them.
Look, we got top billing.
Yeah, we did. We knocked somebody off.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. Yes, yes, it is.
That's where I'm looking
right.
at
I
it.
We got
hope this
top
tent
billing.
is fireproof.
Oh my God.
Why do you have to say that?
No reason.
You don't. Yeah, you just don't know.
You haven't been on that show
let's
long
just
enough.
figure out where you guys are going to be not setting things on fire and sleeping.
Yeah, Puffalus goes to the flap. He opens up. He goes, I hope that these are okay. Please come in, come in. And you go in, and it is a beautiful, almost like, you know, those like fancy yurt kind of set up tents. And there are like beds, and there's little divans, and like wash basins and bowls, and there's a table, and you see like little bowls of food and plates, bottles of wine, all laid out like a little welcome basket. And it seems very nice. And there is a sign that says, "Welcome, have a gooder stay."
Well, I think you all should have some snacks. Take a
Wine.
welcome basket
Right.
and get some things.
I eat the
and
snacks.
get yourselves ready. And then
Puffalopolis,
I will
thank you.
be back
You should
after
fuck
I
off now.
Check in with the local chapter of the yeah, right.
I'm gonna go talk to that. I'm gonna go talk to that goblin next door because there's no way he does that job completely straight.
Is the halfling gone?
Oh no! So the halfling, he kind of, yeah, and he's just walking at, like, he's like, you notice he's like staring at like both Gromarsh and Zulja, kind of like wide-eyed, sort of fascinated, like if you were the first time, like if you were to walk down the street and all of a sudden like a zoo animal had escaped, so you're like onto the CVS and like a lion came across the road or something. He's kind of got that fascinated look about him as he's
Okay.
leaving.
Well, I'll just
Shoo now, shoo.
come along and tell me all about this grand, gooder than good city.
So when the flap closes, right, like the cherub just reaches into his diaper, pulls out a pipe, and just fuck this.
You're that, what was it, the angel from the was it the Van Halen album, like the pack of smokes, right? The little cherub.
I go over and poke him, like if it's really him or an illusion. Like,
fuck
holy
are you
shit,
doing?
this is
Fuck off,
real.
mate.
Is this really you?
You poke him, it's the softest, sweetest like feeling. It's just
Oh,
like this.
you got your smooth as a baby's
What kind of
buttocks.
kink is this? You come out now.
Grab and start squeezing him like it's like that toilet
I
paper,
will
real
fuck
soft
you in the
toilet paper.
brain. You fucking let me go, you son of a bitch.
Are you? Is this really you? Is this?
So I slip back in the tip.
Hey,
and go,
Grumarsh, feel
are you
this. I
fucking
just handed him to
kidding me?
Grumarsh. I go, Grumarsh, feel this, man. You might want to fuck him, but I wouldn't do that. It's our friend. It's our bandmate. You know?
Please don't leave his face. I need him to play.
I am going to make a ranged weapon attack. It's not the longbow, but yeah, 16. Oh no, wait, I had advantage.
You just flung poo at him, didn't you?
Yep. 24 to hit. Yep. reach it right in the back of the diaper and throw its herd.
How do you have advantage?
You're surprised.
I don't.
It's a missile weapon.
I got advantage on decks against things I can see. If I see you reaching for your poo, you don't get advantage on me, so you missed. But you might have hit one of the other players.
That is true.
Oh my god, poo throwing.
As long as it doesn't get in the wine, I don't know.
That's a neat power. Good for you.
Oh, wait, we have today's special ingredient.
That's right. I'll go around real quick and just ask what folks are going to do. So I'll start. Orin, what do you want to do right in the immediate? Puffalus will tell you that they will be calling in about an hour to do the opening ceremonies. Will be starting in an hour.
Okay, so I would like to use one of my background features, if I can. It's called Ear to the Ground, and basically you frequent you have contacts with segments of society, and you can sort of most of them are kind of the rough and tumble of a city, or members of the high society, depending on how it all rolls. That gives me some connections with contacts in the cities I visit to provide me with a.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna go do. Just sort of like go get a lay of the land to figure out what we can do about. And find a place to stay that's not this stinking tent with them. But, you know.
So what are
It's not too
like
overpriced.
what are like 2 questions that you've got in that period of time?
Want to know how orcs can. I mean, basically, as far as orcs traveling around the city, and if there's a problem with it, based on just they're orcs and they're bad, and they're gonna. I mean, how easy would it be for them to move outside of the city?
They should probably
outside
stay. They should probably stay on the fairgrounds in the competition.
This.
I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down.
It is a statement that is said as far as have a
So
good
it's been you the whole
day.
time lighting shit on fire.
Is that a mantra that is enforced by the government?
That is.
Or are they inspired by the gods?
Well,
Like, where does that come from?
So a mix. So that is the. You see that sign everywhere. You see it on every business establishment in the window and all that. And you ask around, and that is divine wisdom that has been passed unto the people by His Holiness Judas, the High Priest. There's going to be a lot of these guys. It's going to be a lot of these. And so that's wisdom on high from him. So that you've kind of figured he's coined that phrase. That's his catchphrase, and it's caught on quite nicely with the masses.
Because it's easier to survive as long as you say it. Okay. All right.
All right. Let's see, Chris.
Well, clearly, because I'm from an oppressed peoples, I am going to just peruse the fairgrounds looking for drugs.
All right.
I will grab that puffy guy and literally just grab him and go, "Right, mate, where are the drugs?"
Oh, let's see. Are you sick? I can take you to the medical tent. We have all
Yes.
kinds of
Yes, take me to the medical tent.
So he will take you to a sort of a bright pink tent with sort of little like with flowers all over it. And he'll say, "Oh yes, this is in case anything happens. We have top-notch medical. We can do all kinds of great stuff. You should come in and see whatever's wrong. I'm sure they can help you."
I grab him and I lean in and say, "This little guy's giving me a pain in my head. Can you give me something for that?"
So basically, they'll give you basically an herbal medicine to help with aches and pains.
Score!
Do I smoke it?
Actually, no. You mix it with tea, and then you chew it.
Do you have something I can smoke?
They sort of look at you, and you can tell immediately that your innuendo is just like it
Give
is.
me the good stuff.
They're like, oh. She goes, they go back in, they pull out this other little root. And goes, this one's double strength. It's totally going to cure any headaches you might have. This is our best. Sure. And he like gives you a couple of them, gives you a few more.
I'll just take that and wander out. Gromosh, we're gonna try something.
All right, Rain. What are you gonna do? You got an hour.
Rain shakes off the look that he's been sporting for a little while, and he's gonna fly out and try to stealthily scout out some of the competition.
Okay. The feebler elves seem to be having a disagreement about who took the last of the prune sauce that they were the one was going to eat, and there seems to be some sort of disagreement about where the bowl was placed and who touched it last, and why it's important for people not to touch other people's prune mush.
Okay, what about the other group?
So the other group, you're watching it, and you don't see anybody, and then eventually you see the tent flap open up, and you see a human female in like black leather with like spikes coming out of like the wrists, and half her head is shaved, her hair is dyed like bright blue, and she's got like big boots on and all this stuff, and then she kind of like comes stomping out, and she's like looks around and kicks a chair over and lights a cigarette. She is so. Make a perception check.
All right. 5.
She is total legit metal, like total awesome metal.
I got 16.
She's a Hot Topic wannabe.
It's Hex Topic.
Yeah, Hex Topic. Yeah, sorry, that's Hex Topic.
Right. So she's going to light up her cigarette.
Yeah,
and Rain will fly down and put a little flame out of his thumb.
She kind of just, oh, thank you. Hey, piss off! What are you doing over here? It's my tent. What are you doing over here?
I thought she stomped outside the tent. You said.
But in her camp area. Sorry.
Oh, right. Well, I was
Next topic.
looking for somebody to smoke up with, and you look like you might need some company.
You smoke? You down with the smoking? I smoke all the time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, like lots of smoking.
Oh, yeah. What are you
Bad.
smoking? What are you smoking there?
Enjoy
She
your
like
clothes.
opens it up. It's like a it's a clove cigarette.
Ooh. What's her name? Effie?
But those would be was it Effie or the Beaties, right? Remember the Beaties?
Is her name Shelly or Effie? I just put
Effie, right? Yeah, Effie. That's how. You know what? Where's my pen?
You know
That's
she's gonna.
Effie.
You know Effie was gonna watch this.
Is she? Oh my gosh! All right, Effie. I gotta write that down.
Wait, people watch this?
I know it's unbelievable.
No, I just bring it on them at
Right.
parties, and it's like,
I got a slightly different brand. You wanna swap?
She's like, sure, yeah. What do you got?
Oh, it's home rolled.
All right. So she will smoke whatever you've got with her.
So yeah, so I give her some of Gromarsh's blend.
Oh God. Oh yeah. all right.
As I'm smoking
Where'd you get that?
as I'm smoking the clove. It's like, so I go by Rain Northshine. I'm with the Mithril Maidens.
Oh, you're the blokes who you're the ones who you replaced those other folks. Yeah, that was a messy business. Desserts are always tough. Puddings, whew, tough call.
Yeah, right. It's a sticky business.
Yes.
What are you guys up to? What are you doing here?
Oh, we're just here. We're part of. We've won this competition several times. She kind of looks. She goes, "We're the bad girls of this competition."
Right.
You know, every gooder day's got to have a shadow. That's us, man. We don't play by that gooder rules. She's like, oh, this stuff is She's like,
This is a bit
sorry,
spicy.
my lip. I don't feel my lip.
Oh, that's how that icy meth works.
So you can gnaw on it.
Right. It's like industrial grade fertilizer in there. You don't know. It could be anything. Right. Well, that's just what they smoke out in the Western kingdoms. You know, it's common.
You're from there. Oh, wow.
I'm from far away. Let's just
yes.
You know.
And you guys chat up, you know, for a while. Again, they definitely think of themselves as like the bad, tough.
The more that I get her, fucked up, I'd like to use. I was wondering if I could use deception to try to get some information out on, about them and the contest.
So, I mean, they just tell you that it's the special ingredients are pretty much random, right? It's they plan it. The contestants don't know, and that they're a group of warlocks. All girl warlocks.
All girl warlocks. Okay. Ooh. And why was? And then it's trying to figure out. It's like, so what's got you out here, all stomping around in your beautiful boots?
She's like, I'm just. I don't really know why I came out here. It just seemed like the thing to do. You know, I don't. You know, are you my dad? Little man.
Oh, careful how you takes the rest of the weed away. Right?
We switched to Growmarsh. What you got about an hour to kill? What does Growmarsh want to do?
Growmarsh, he also wants to just, he thinks he's being stealthy, but he's trying to sneak it around other people's camps to see if they got secret ingredients or whatever, but he's of course way too big and not stealthy at all. So, so I guess he just kind of sees, tries to also screen with the competition and by being a ninja, but he's not. He's Chris Farley roaming around.
So you kind of you see Rain is talking to one of the ones from the Hex Pistols, and you're kind of sneaking around and kind of just you completely stealthily get past her. Rain is watching you the whole time, but she seems oblivious. Your skills are amazing. You can hear some
I
other.
go behind the girl and I see Rain, and as I'm clumsy, I'm like.
Over at the elf camp, you're kind of looking around or whatever, and one of the old elves kind of turns. He kind of looks over, and you kind of see him. He kind of looks over at you. He's like, oh, he's like, oh my god. He's like, are you almost dead?
Well,
He goes, I can hear you aging.
A bit of a hangover.
Are you here with the prune mush?
No. I'll have you know that I'm with the...
Mithril Maidens.
I'm with the mistletoes.
Oh, are you those people from the camp next door, huh? The replacements.
Well, I used to be part of the replacements, but we broke up. No, we're a hard rocking band.
It's like this is a hard rock. You're a hard. Okay, all jazzy and loud and hard, eh? Yeah.
Do you play music?
Oh, I dabbled for a few thousand years. Yeah.
Well, I've heard your songs, and they seem like they go on for a few thousand years. What do you think of that?
He's like, well, when you live that long, you can enjoy them.
All right. Well, I'm glad we spoke about these things.
What are you here for? Are you here for the mush?
I'm here for the mush. Yes, I enjoy mush.
You
And
seem
I know
like
what
a
it is,
nice.
so tell me what mush is.
You know, they take the prunes and they sent. He looks over and goes, Roger, they sent a simple boy, the simple boy to bring my mush. God damn it, Roger, quit eating my mush. I'm gonna turn you into a lich.
Do you want me to go in there and get your mush from that boy?
Go find the mush boy and bring him my mush. I'll remember that kind deed, young man. Don't die on the way there, getting it and coming back. I know that you don't live very long.
How much mush do you like to eat?
I'd say about the size of a closed fist. Yes.
I will give you 2 closed fists very shortly.
Thank you. Yes, if just a fistful. If you could just bring me a fist. Yes, thank you. He kind of like.
And I walk on.
So it's that kind of show, is it?
Apparently.
All right. He kind of goes back to meddling with his table. All right, Sean Holgram.
Hulgrim will walk out and then go find a place to drink.
All right.
Get a nice meal.
So, Puffless will tell you that there is a small players bar that you can go to, but mostly they'll be having
a literal person's players bar.
They'll be bringing a food to the tent, but if you'd like, he knows a place that you would really love to drink, and he will show you. And he does. He leads you to what is a very small building that has very fanciful. It's painted. And you go in, and there are a whole bunch of Pufflefoots in there. And they are all drinking sparkling champagne and drinks with big frilly, like, sort of umbrellas. And they're singing some kind of repetitive song over and over about an Oompa. You're not quite sure who that is. But and they're all happy, and they grab you.
Glad you're all happy. What the fuck? What is up with this place?
And so it is just a happy place. They shove a tall, bubbly, fizzy drink in your hand.
Well, fuck it, I'll try it. You know, what the hell?
Right. An hour later, you are arm in arm with the Pufflefoots singing back, singing the Oompa song and having a good time.
I will actually whip out my lute and try a power ballad.
Nice.
Oh, 13. It's bare. I'm not used to
adequate.
fuzzy drinks. It's getting me indigestion. So.
All right, we'll wrap it up.
Oh God, I keep.
It's the acid reflux. Yeah.
Rain.
That's
sorry,
right.
not
Because
Rain. I keep getting
I'm a
mixed
good
up.
character. I will enjoy myself.
Awesome. All right, Echo, you're last but not least.
So I grab a piece of parchment and I write up a little note, fold it pretty small, put it in the palm of my hand, and go over to the tree next door.
Oh, okay.
And try and kind of intercept the elf with the chair.
Oh, okay.
And I come over and say, "Oh, did you drop this?" I lean down and I toss a note to the goblin, and I pull out a Slim Jeffrey, and it's like, "Did you drop this? It looked like you dropped this."
The guy kind of looks up at you. He goes, maybe, yeah, sure, whatever. He takes it.
Best of luck in the competition.
He says, "Oh, hey, Carl.
What?
Look at here. Look at here. It's an Eladrin elf. Look at me. What are you? What season are you? What was it? I don't give a shit." He's like, ah! They start laughing. Like, oh my god, how old are you? How old are you?
A couple 100 years.
He's like, oh Jesus. He's like, hey, Carl, he's 200 years old. I've got toilet tissue in my ass crack older than that.
I just poof out of there.
They see it's very fun. So these guys are dicks. They're not nice.
So the note says in common, "Dear Boblin, I'm part of the Goblin Liberation Front. Meet me at my at the tent next door when you can get free, and we can plan together."
Awesome. All right. You have set things into motion that will have cascading consequences across this campaign. Thank you for listening to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast presentation of the next chapter of Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws story, Baking the Law. I'm Matt, your host, and also your tour manager for this adventure. The Mithril Maidens are Nathan, playing Echoes of Banter, an Eladrin elf monk who's also the band's bagpipist. Tyr, playing Rain Northshine, a fairy fighter rogue bass lutist. Sean, as Holgrim of the Lost Shire, a halfling barbarian and lead lutist. Chris, as Zulja Azea, a half-orc bard and drummer of the band. Kupo, as Gromarsh, a half-orc bard and lead singer. And to keep them all in line, Malcolm, as Orin Killroy, a half-elf cleric and manager. Original art for Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws was done by Simone Temeta, also known as Old Raging Barbarian. Music and sound effects for Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws were provided by Dark Fantasy Studios, SoundQ, and original sound effects by our very own Nathan. If you like what you've heard, please go ahead and follow, link, subscribe, and write a review anywhere that you find or listen to our podcast. Or you can also leave a comment if you like to watch our episodes on our YouTube channel, or just hit us up on Twitter. We're happy to talk with folks. Thank you again for listening. So grab your +1 longsword and your bottle of Viagra, because you're never too old to roll. Thank you. That brings us to the end of
I
tonight.
had playing with the pufflefuns.
All right, so thank you, everybody. That brings it. Sorry.
I know.
So Malcolm, you sort of get the gist of how this is going to go.
The muddle puffs.
So thanks,
I must
everybody.
say, this is going to be quite the interesting
Yes.
bit of
yes.
Another news. Absent on Tuesdays.
I know. It's like next week.
To last
have a new
3
job.
episodes this time, then
That's
we'll
right.
beat our record.
yeah, yeah.
This intro session is going to be like a whole month.
Yes.
Okay.